Hey doll, so I wanted to come and show you this super cute easy bob. I'll show you how I style it. I did trim it a little bit and how I install and all of that. So if you want to see where it's from, then keep on watching. Okay doll, so this hair is from Beaufox Hair. This is the box. Really cute, pink, it matched me. So it just came on the inside really simple. The hair came wrapped up in a net, and then it had this tag attached to it. Some tissue paper on the inside of the wig. You get a little card with some different discounts and stuff on it with their website, and also some wig caps. So this is a 4x4 closure wig, and it's a 12-inch straight. The wig, the length is good, but it's gonna give you more of that asymmetrical vibe in the front, so I did just trim that off. So you will see me do that to give it more of a blunt, straight across kind of look, and I feel like it's still slightly asymmetrical, but not as much. But yeah, it turned out super cute. I just did a little bit of baby hairs and flat iron the wig out. So if y'all want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Okay, dolls, so this is how the wig looks. I did already prep it on my mannequin head by putting a part in and flat ironing it. So this is how the lace looks. The lace was a little bit darker than what I wanted, so I did go in and tint my lace using my Even New York tinted lace spray. So I'm just spraying that all over the lace, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop the wig on. I did not use a wig cap or do a ball cap method or anything like that. So I'm just putting the wig on, and then I'm going to line it up to make sure that everything is fitting nice and snug and everything like that. And also lining up the part as well. So you can see what the wig is giving. The lace is definitely more of that darker grayish kind of color, but it did blend in pretty good. So I'm just going to go in and cut off those little extra pieces that, you know, on a closure, it always has those folded over tabs, and you want to just cut those off so that you can get the best layage possible. So I'm just trimming those off using some really sharp small scissors. Y'all know the drill, like this the scissors I always use. So I'm just going to cut that off, and then I'm taking my hot comb and just pushing the hair back to make sure that we don't have any little stray hairs sticking out whenever we lay our lace down. So I am using the Wig Dealer Melted Spray. I love this spray. It works amazing. Y'all probably see me use it in almost every wig video because it's just that good. So I'm just using that to spray down the hairline and also patting it into place so that the spray doesn't run down my forehead. And then once I do that, I am going to take my blow dryer on cool and use my rat tail comb as well to push the lace into my skin and just blow dry it until it is dry. So after I do that, I'm going to go in with those same little scissors and just pull the lace back to make sure that I'm getting as close to the hairline as possible without leaving a lot of excess lace down. So I'm just going to keep pulling it up and cutting and pull up and cut, you know, over and over until I have cut off all of the lace. Sometimes you may not have to really do this, but whenever you're using a hairspray, more than likely it's going to drip down a little bit further. Even wherever you place it, it's still going to go down a little bit further. So you usually always have to do this kind of method where you kind of pull up and cut so that you can get as close to the hairline as possible. If not, you will have a lot of excess lace down. So yes, after I have cut off all of the lace, you can see how the wig is looking. And of course, that line is going to be there because we have to lay that down once again from pulling up the lace. And I'm just cleaning off with some alcohol, and then I'm going back in and making sure that my part is nice and straight because it was parted on my mannequin head. So sometimes I have to go back in and repart a little bit or straighten it up once I put it on my actual head. So I'm just straightening up my part and using my hot comb to lay that down. And then I decided I wanted to pluck some more hair out. So as you can see, I haven't relayed that lace down yet. But after I pluck out any excess hair that I want to take out, then I'm going to go back in with my same melting spray and just spray down the hairline once again to get rid of that line of demarcation where we have pulled the lace up. So that part isn't laid the best until you go back in for that second round of spray. And I'm also using my blow dryer and the rat tail comb once again, pressing it down into place. And I'm using my blow dryer on a cool setting because y'all, don't use hot. Don't even use warm because I found that that is what was causing me to have issues underneath my lace where it was irritating my skin and it was starting to bubble and blister. So just use cool. Only use cool. And I also suggest using some type of skin protectant before you apply your lace if you have really sensitive skin like I do. Although I am not using an adhesive, I'm just using like a spray. I still like to take this extra step by applying the skin protectant. So after I have parted down my baby hairs, I'm just going to go in and cut them. And I tried that flip back kind of method at first and it did not work for me. Like I would prefer to curl it forward whenever you use like a little flat iron to curl them first. So you can just see how I did my little baby hairs. I just did 2 swoops, one on each side. And I am going to leave the center section alone. I was going to put some more baby hairs, but then I was like, no, I think it looks fine with just the 2 baby hairs. But I did pluck out a little bit of excess hair. And then as you can see here, I'm just combing the hair down and finding where I have that extra hair hanging down that gives that more asymmetrical kind of look. And I'm just going to trim it off using some shears. Really easy. I'm holding it over the trash can so I don't make a big mess, but I could have definitely cut more off, but I didn't want to cut off too much, and I was kind of just trying to get it to be more even, but it still kind of gives a little bit of an asymmetrical vibe. I probably would have had to cut it on my mannequin head and like use my shears or what is it called? Clippers to go ahead and cut it more to make it even more so of a blunt cut because it still did give a little bit of an asymmetrical vibe, but not too much. So I'm just trimming off that excess hair. Really easy, just line it up and trim it off. And then I go back in with my flat irons and just flat iron everything back into place to make sure that everything is looking nice and sleek. Really easy. This install is super fast, and y'all know bob wigs are so affordable and they're perfect for summer because it's not so much hair on your neck and everything like that, so you will be a lot cooler because it is so hot here in Texas. Okay, so I'm just taking my hot comb once again and just laying down the top section and then kind of pushing this front part back a little bit. And I'm going to go in with my MAC, what is this? Foundation powder. And I'm just going to put this in my parting area to make the part look more like my scalp and make the color really pop out more. You can see it already, but this kind of lightens it up and really just makes it pop out even more. So I'm just going to place that there, and then also where I have parted down my baby hairs as well, because this is also scalp, if you will. So I'm just going to pat some powder in those areas as well. And don't worry, it looks crazy. It looks really ghostly and ashy looking, but all we have to do is put down our wrapping mousse and it's going to help it melt into place. So I'm just going to put the wrapping mousse in the parting area and also across the front hairline to make that melt in as well. And like I always like to say, it's just like setting your face after you do your makeup with a setting spray. It's just going to make the powder melt in better. So I'm just applying that, and then I'm also using my blow dryer once again on a cool setting and just kind of letting the foam really melt in instead of just letting it sit. This just speeds the process up a little bit faster, and just blow drying it down so everything can be nice and melted. So now you can see how everything is looking. That ghostly line is gone and it's looking more like scalp. And then I just go back in with my hot comb and just do my finishing touches to make sure that everything is looking good, using the flat iron once again and just flat ironing out any parts that I feel like need to be flat ironed again. and it's pretty much complete. But I did decide that I didn't want my baby hairs to be more sculpted and stuck down. I wanted a more soft baby hair look. So after you lay them down and they set in place and dry, all you have to do is comb them back out, and that will give you that more fluffy baby hair kind of look. So as you can see, I'm just taking my edge brush and I'm using the comb part to just comb the hair out. And as you can see, the baby hairs are already molded in place, so they'll pretty much stay how we did them, but it's just going to give a softer look because I have combed them out where they're not just stuck down to my forehead. So that's what I did for both baby hairs, just to give it more of that softer kind of look. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, now I'm just going to finish playing around with the hair and make sure that everything is laying how I want it to lay, and that is pretty much it. So stay tuned for the outro. This install was so easy, and look at this, beautiful. Okay, y'all, so this is the completed look of the hair. It turned out super cute. I really like it. I've been wanting to do a bob because I haven't did one in quite a while, so definitely check this out. And y'all know bob wigs are super affordable, and this one was really easy to cut because I only had to trim off the front part. It's a little bit bumped more than what I want, but it will drop in. Yeah, so super cute. Definitely check them out. If you have questions, leave them down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, dolls.